Welcome back to Pilates for the Equestrian. I'm Virginia Thomas. In this next segment, we're going to be working on some lower body exercises to help strengthen our legs while still challenging our core. For this segment, we'll only be needing a mat. Our mat is going to be also our guideline. So you're going to imagine that the back edge of your mat is your wall. We're going to lie down, aligning our hips and our shoulders up with the back edge of our mat or that imaginary wall. Our bottom arm can either be out long to let our head rest. We can bend our elbow to rest our head this way, or if you feel more comfortable, using a pillow or a blanket under your head. We're going to bend our knees as though we're sitting in a chair. Our hips are going to be nice and stacked. So gazing down at your knees to make sure they're in alignment. Our feet are stacked. Our chin is off of our chest so that we kind of have that same posture that we found on the mat. And now we're going to take the thumb in our top hand. We're just going to place it in the crease of the pant. And we're going to slide that hip away, lengthening that bottom waistband up off of the mat. That top shoulder is drawn onto our back, and our hand is in front of our navel just to help us support. Now, let's take a nice deep inhale. As we exhale, we're going to keep our feet together and open our knees, making sure we're not rolling back. Keep those hips nice and stacked. Inhale, and we lower. Exhale, we open, feeling that nice resistance through the hip. And again, we open and we close. Now for the next exercise, we're going to lift that whole leg up with a bent knee. Make sure you don't collapse into the waist. Keep lengthening that sit bone away. Inhale, lift that leg up a little bit higher. Exhale, just come back to hip level. And again, we open and we close and we lift. And we lower. Keep that knee hip height. We're going to make some small circles. Just tiny little circles. And kind of imagine that you're drawing that knee through mud. So feel that resistance. You'll start to feel that burn right around that hip joint. Nice deep breathing. And then reversing your circles. Anywhere from 5 to 8 is fine. And then lowering that leg down. Keep that bottom knee bent. We're going to slide that top leg long to the front edge of your mat. Float it up hip height. Flex that heel. Pull that navel in. Now we're going to kick that leg forward, hinging at the hip, but make sure we're not collapsing into the lower back. Stay nice and long through that waistband. And then lengthen that leg long behind you. Make sure your hips and shoulders aren't dropping forward. Stabilize that core, keeping your upper body nice and quiet. And again, it's just a little kick, a little bit more of a stretch, and then we lengthen long. Last one, kick, kick, and reach it long. Bend that knee, come back, rub that hip out. And now we're going to be moving on to our backs for some bridging. All right, for our next exercise, we're going to have to come onto our backs for some bridging. Rolling down onto our spine. Lengthening our arms long by our side, open up through the collarbones. Find that slight tuck in our chin. Find that neutral spine in the lower back. Take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, we draw that navel in, draw the ribs down slightly. Again, not jamming, just finding that nice gentle support. Take a nice big inhale. As we exhale, we're going to peel our tailbone up, rolling our hips up to the ceiling. Take a nice big inhale at the top, and then we exhale, we soften through the sternum and roll down one vertebra at a time. Be sure the 4 points of the feet are anchored to your mat, a little bit of energy through those inner thighs. We pull that navel in, we peel up off of our mat, keep the chest nice and open, neck nice and long. Inhale to hold, exhale, rolling down, lengthening and stretching that spine long to your heels. And one more, float it up. Pull the navel in, inhale to hold, exhale, we roll it back down. Good. Now we're going to take the bridging a little further and do some hip pulses to help to strengthen the glutes and the hamstrings. So let's go ahead and roll our hips up. Stay lifted. Keep those hips nice and level. Pull that navel in. A little bit of inner thigh energy as though you're squeezing a small ball between them. Now let's inhale, lower the hips just halfway, and then exhale, squeeze the glutes and hamstrings, lifting those hips up. And again, we inhale to lower, pulse it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, we lift, lower, and lift. You can do anywhere from 10 to 15 of these. And one more. Inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift. Hold here, nice deep breath, and then we exhale, and we roll it all the way down. Let's just pull those knees into our chest, give them a nice deep hug to soften up through the back, counter stretch, few circles in each direction. Thank you for joining me in this segment of Pilates for the Equestrian. We'll see you next time.